Deyata Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasamgati Bodhiswatyata Om Gati Gati Parasamgati Bodhiswatyata Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasamgati Bodhiswatyata. Martin, coming, Osin, Eric. Okay, any questions before? Maybe if they come. Questions? Yes, Nico.
How are permanent phenomena originally arisen, dependently arisen?
Okay, the dependent origination, there are three kinds of dependent origination, which we already studied. What are the three kinds of dependent origination? Dependent origination of the results, dependence on the causes, dependent origination of the wholes, dependence on the parts, dependent origination of the dependence on the mere mental designation tree. Of the three, for the permanent phenomena, the first one is not applicable. The second and third both applicable to the permanent phenomena. So permanent phenomena, for example, let's say the flower and the emptiness of the flower. So emptiness of the flower is permanent or impermanent? Emptiness of the flower is permanent or impermanent? Permanent. So the emptiness of the flower makes sense only if the flower is there. If the flower is not there, then the emptiness of the flower doesn't make sense. So emptiness of the flower exists by dependence on the flower. Emptiness of the flower exists by dependence on the ultimate analysis, the mind. You're getting it? So by dependence on these factors, then the emptiness of the flower makes sense. So this is how the permanent phenomenon comes into arising by dependence. Okay, any more questions? Yes?
Please, you can repeat the three kinds of dependent originations.
Dependent origination of the results.
Causes.
Results depends on causes, number one. Number two, the wholes, dependence on the parts. Then number three, mere mental designation. Three. Okay, more questions? More questions? Any more questions? Any more questions? Yes, Maria.
Yes, just still about the same question that I had yesterday about the composite space that is impermanent, you said, and then I was thinking of last night about the directional parts and how can they be impermanent in the composite space and permanent in the non-composite space, because the so non-composite space, is that divided into directional parts as well, or is it not divided into parts?
Non-composite space.
Yes.
Okay.
And then about the composite space, then my conclusion was that the only reason I could come up with as to why it's impermanent is that its causes are or the boundaries or what creates it, like into the composite, what composes it. Those elements are impermanent and undergo momentary change, because I couldn't see how space itself could change momentarily.
Okay, in fact, this is a good question. I would say, I will admit this. It's a good question. So we speak about the 6 elements: and earth, water, fire, air, and space, and consciousness. So this space is the element of space. Element of space. So there's also element that constitutes the impermanent phenomena. So therefore, that is a part of that constitutes the space. Element of space, it has its own parts. Its own parts. We may not think about, say for example, the physical parts, atoms. This is one thing. Then metal, temporal segments, they're not like atoms. Still they are parts. Likewise, the space. It does not have the physical, tangible parts like this, but it's the element of the space. Of the 6 elements is one of them. So these small elements of the space, they constitute the big space.
So you mean that space constitutes of small elements and not only directional parts?
Not only directional, there's a composite space.
But non-composite space?
Non-composite space is a good question. For non-composite space, if you're interested in this book, the Homo composite, is it in French? Not in French. It's not in French. Okay. Composite not in French. Okay. So in fact, in this, there's the 2-page section. There's one section on. Okay. Say in English, you have on page 209 in English. I don't know whether it's the same page or different page. 209 to 2010. Just 2 pages. Huh? 210. Huh? Yes. 210. So 210 and 211 is just 2 pages. So there it talks about the non-composite space in relation to the directions. The non-composite space of the east, non-composite space of the west, and so forth. So the author Lama Tsongkhapa, he explained about the non-composite space pertaining to the directions. Okay, any idea what happened to Eric? And who's also here? Eric.
But so in the meantime, to just so the composite space is momentary change is not because the boundaries.
Not the boundaries, because itself
has a substance kind of.
Yes.
And this is the composite space which we breathe and which is now between us.
Not we breathe. We breathe is air, not the composite space.
Air, yeah.
Okay, next question. Any question? Yes.
And about interstellar space.
Interstellar space, yes.
It has nothing in except, things that are not in the space. They are not doing making the space. They are different from the space.
Interstellar space, meaning, for example, the space between the stars, space between the galaxies. Okay, this space again too, space which is visible. If you go there, what you can see, that space is a composite space, and that space having the characteristic of the absence of obstruction, that is a non-composite space. So within that again there are 2. Yes, Aude.
Je voulais savoir, un bodhisattva d'aspiration, est-ce qu'il est déjà sur le chemin de l'accumulation?
A bodhisattva who has a bodhicitta of aspiration, is he on the accumulation path of accumulation?
Say it again.
Bodhisattva who has the Bodhicitta, the aspiring Bodhicitta, is he on the path of accumulation?
Okay, this is a good question. Okay, I may wait for the left, Odd left, and Eric. This is a very important question. Yes, Nicola.
Yeah, it has to do with composed space. You said that something impermanent as particles or substance.
Something impermanent.
Yes.
Yes.
Composed space.
Yes.
As substance of interstellar space. How come there is no substance in interstellar space?
No, that's a good question. Okay, composite space also the substance. This is what Nicola is saying?
If interstellar space.
No, don't worry. Oh, he may attack me. Don't worry, right? Okay, so the composite space doesn't space, the space substance is what are you thinking? Okay, so substance, when I speak about substance, don't think of the physical substance. Physical meaning, don't think about the atomic substance. You getting it? Don't think about like this. Say the substance, even the mind, we can think of substance. Even the space that is between you and I, is space, composite space, right? Say, I close my eyes, still the space remains. Still the space remains, right? Whereas the non-composite space is simply how a mind thinks. Absence is not really there anything, right? But what is visible between two of us, even if I close the eyes, before I fall asleep, still it remains. That is known as a substance. Substance versus what is purely coming from your mind. And this space, whether my mind thinks, not thinks, still remains. Whereas the absence, that is purely what your mind thinks. You getting it?
Is that space physical or not?
Okay, the space. The answer is yes.
There are no particles.
Okay, so this is, let's say, not the tangible particles. Still we can speak about the particles. So in, let's say, what do you call it? In the Shri Kalachakra Center, there's mention of the space particles. Right? Okay, more questions? Any questions? Yes, Jen?
Yes, I have a question similar to the question of, it's about Bodhicitta. Let's say, if we are in samsara and we develop Bodhicitta, so it could be a kind of something will change, because we can have pleasure.
Okay. Okay, say, this is a good question. Wow. Nico. In future, just see. Right? In the list. If they are not. Okay. What do you now? What's the question? Anybody? So the question is, okay, let me paraphrase the question and Chen, you correct me if I got it right or wrong. The question is that, say when you experience bodhicitta, then there's a tremendous joy as we, particularly if you read. Okay, one thing that I would suggest is that guide to the Bodhisattva's way of life. Guide to the Bodhisattva's way of life. This book must be like your lifelong teacher, lifelong guide. Always try to read this, and this will make your mind very stabilized and into bodhicitta practice, particularly for inspiring you to practice bodhicitta. Read chapter 1 as often as possible. Chapter 1, read this as often as possible. So the question is very complicated. Somebody should help me. Anyway, first I'll paraphrase the question. The question is that when you generate bodhicitta, Guided Bodhisattva's Life, chapter 1 says that there's a tremendous joy coming in you, tremendous pleasure, joy, happiness coming in you, right? So this happiness, because of bodhicitta, is this suffering change? Yes? Is this your question? Wow. If it is suffering change, then we should not practice it. Because it's suffering, why we should practice it? It's a serious question. Whereas we said the Bodhicitta is the best of the practice the Bodhisattvas can think of, right? So on the one hand, we say that Bodhicitta is the best of the practice. At the same time, you get happiness, tremendous happiness. That's suffering change. So suffering change means suffering. You have to discard it, right? Okay, so how to reconcile this? Anyone? Oh, this question never came to me before. Yes, Ocean. Whenever you give question, whenever you give the answer, make sure that she is happy, right? Right? Not me. Okay, Ocean, yes.
It doesn't fit the definition because it's not mundane happiness. It's virtuous happiness.
Okay, so this happiness that you get out of Bodhicitta, this is not a mundane happiness, because the suffering change is a mundane happiness, contaminated happiness. But I would say that, okay, Chen, you have anything to say? I would say that there's still a mundane happiness, because it's an uncontaminated happiness. Contaminated happiness meaning that, say, the Bodhicitta, when you generate Bodhicitta, it is not necessary that you should have the Bodhicitta experience when? Fourth question. Bodhicitta, when you experience Bodhicitta, you automatically go into the first part, Gate. Automatically, first Gate. Right? Bodhicitta already there. Then second Gate, right? Only para Gate, then you have the non-dual wisdom of emptiness. Uncontaminated happiness comes only on the third level, not before that. So Bodhicitta already before that. So whatever experience that you have, happiness is a contaminated happiness. So therefore it's a mundane happiness. So that is suffering change. You getting it? Anyone who likes to help me? Yes, Nicola.
I would say that it's a skillful means to use this happiness to get to Buddhahood, even if it's suffering of change. It's like these material things that we can use to go to Buddhahood and enjoy, but just to go to Buddhahood and try to be not to be attached, but we know that we are attached since.
Okay, so in future, Nico, in future if they sign up, make sure the two of them are with me. Okay, good. So the answer given is okay, it is like say there is a gold, right? Which is the lava is flowing. What is lava? Volcano. Volcano lava flows, and there's gold there, and the lava covers the gold, and slowly the gold becomes red. Right? It becomes red. Okay. This red is what? It's a fire. Getting it? Now say the gold, which is red, burning red. It is fire, right? Okay. So this gold, is this gold? Not gold. Of course it's gold. Belgians, right? If you want to make Belgian poor very easy, burn all the gold, make them red, and then they will say this is not gold. They will throw this. This is gold, still gold. Is this burning, hot burning? Hey Jen, is this hot burning? Yes. Is this gold? Yes. So burning and the gold, these two are same entity or different entities? Same entity. Different isolates or same isolates? Different isolate. You're getting it? So this is a burning and also gold. Gold is very precious. Burning is not precious. Burning I don't like. Gold I like. You're getting it? So these two are two isolates. Of the two isolates, what do? If you don't want if you don't want the cold, if you don't want the burning, what should you do? Put water in it, make it cold. The gold will not disappear, burning will disappear. Right? Okay. So therefore, the point is that within that there are two things. the burning and the gold. Gold is precious, burning is you don't want it. Likewise, this bodhicitta, tremendous joy comes. This joy is contaminated suffering, contaminated happiness, which is suffering change. And the bodhicitta is like the gold, and this joy is like the burning. You're getting it? Burning. So now, as you grow your bodhicitta, this contaminated joy will become less. It will become uncontaminated joy later on. You're getting it? It becomes an uncontaminated joy. So bodhicitta is not bad. The feeling accompanying that is suffering change. No doubt it's suffering change. Right? But what Nico said is very true. For example, say, suddenly, Chen, you are supposed to be going to meet the say, His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Right? And then what happens is that you come in the nicest dress, and suddenly you fall in the mud. Solid mud comes in your body, whole your body becomes solid mud. Right? And the only water next to it is not a clean water. It's 20% clean water. Right? So how will you go? Now you have to go, it's just 2 minutes now. No time. You cannot change, nothing. Either you go with the solid mud to His Holiness, or you remove the solid mud with the dirty water. Which is better? Right? Then you must remove the solid mud, there you go, that's better. Right? So therefore, although that happiness, that happiness is suffering change, but that happiness is like the dirty water, which will help you to remove the self-centered attitude. Happiness due to self-centered attitude, all these things will be removed by this. Like the dirty water used to clean the solid mud. Right? This is how we prove we grow. It's not like gate, bodhisattva. Right? What is that? Gate, paragate. So it's improving. Improving means still it's not perfect. Right? So this is how we grow. It's not like, maybe in France it can be both gate, bodhisattva in France. I don't know, right? But it should be gate. Actually it should be gate, right? So contaminated happiness, it doesn't matter. Contaminated happiness, that is much better than the the worst of the contaminated happiness, like the happiness that you get out of self-cherishing. With terrorism, you are able to terrorize others, you feel the happiness. With corruption, you get more wealth, you feel happiness. These are all very destructive happiness as compared to the very refined happiness of the bodhicitta. Right? Good. Okay. Answered, right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, now we will go to the main point. Okay, what is your question?
Est-ce qu'un bodhisattva qui a l'aspiration qui a un bodhicitta d'aspiration, est-ce qu'il est déjà sur le chemin d'accumulation?
Bodhisattva who has aspiring bodhicitta is here on the path of accumulation.
Very good. Okay, so with this practice, the 9 steps, the 7 steps. Oh yeah, I don't know whether we can finish the 7th step tomorrow. It's very important. Or next time? Or next time, next year. The 7 steps. Right? Okay, the point is that with the practice of the 9 steps and the 7 steps, eventually you reach to a point where you have very intense feeling. May I become Buddha for the benefit for all sentient beings. Right? And this feeling, say effortlessly. So with the steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then you chant, may I become Buddha for the. Okay, so that is with effort. And slowly with practice, then it comes very spontaneously, right? Every time, you don't really have to go through the steps. Without in the steps, this feeling so intense comes to you very naturally. The moment it becomes very naturally coming in you, at that point, This feeling is a real bodhicitta. The moment you generate this real bodhicitta, at that point you automatically enter into the first part, gate, part of the accumulation. You getting it? First part, gate, accumulation, automatically. Okay. At that point, you are known as a bodhisattva. At that point, you become the child of a lineage, Buddha's lineage. You getting it? This is so precious. At that point, all the Buddhas will exceptionally take care of you. It is like the two parents say, when will you be taken care of by the parents more? Day one or 10 when you are 10 years old? Day one. Why? Day one you are very delicate. Likewise, you generate the bodhicitta freshly, you are like the day one old child in the Bodhisattva's family. So all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they will exceptionally take care of you to make sure that it's so precious. Somebody in the lineage, now somebody has joined, freshly joined the lineage of the Buddha. So precious. All the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they will cherish you so much. They will bless you with so much. You're getting it? This is so precious. Yes.
Donc ça veut dire que quand c'est artificiel, on n'est pas encore sur le chemin.
It means that when it's contrived, we are not on the path.
Okay. So when is it say if you only if you work with methods, steps, equalizing self and others, reflecting on the demerits of cherishing oneself, reflecting the merits of cherishing others, taking the suffering of others with emphasis of compassion, giving happiness with emphasis of loving kindness, actual exchange of self and others, special recollection of the kindness of others, altruism. Then you may reach to a level whereby you become so emotional, when you just be like crying. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all sentient beings. They become so strong. So this intensity came to you through slow build up of the steps, right? Okay. Again, tomorrow. Again, naturally it's not coming. Again, you have to work with the steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then again it becomes very emotional, very strong emotion, very strong feeling. That is contrived. It's not naturally coming. That's contrived. When this is contrived, but if you can really stir your emotions, if you can really invoke your emotions very strong, which means that you're close to the natural bodhicitta arising. You're close to joining the gate. Very close. Yes. So there, what should we be doing? We should continue doing it, continue practicing it. Then this will automatically, one day it will make you to have it very naturally. Then at that point, you become a bodhisattva, you become the child of the lineage, you become somebody who's been cherished and blessed by all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Yeah, so precious. Okay. Now, with this, having generated this bodhicitta, there are so many ways of classifying the bodhicittas. One way of classifying the bodhicittas is 2. Aspirational bodhicitta and the engaged bodhicitta. Aspirational bodhicitta and the engaged bodhicitta. Aspirational bodhicitta, of course, there are various, the understanding according to the different schools. But according to Prasangika, aspiration bodhicitta is the first moment when you generate the bodhicitta. First moment, may I become Buddha for the benefit of all sentient beings. The first moment, that is the aspirational bodhicitta. And then the second moment onwards, it is engaged bodhicitta. The first one is aspiration because you just aspire, right? May I become Buddha for the benefit of sentient beings. Then from the second moment, you will actually engage. The point is that as long as it remains just aspiration, it becomes aspiration bodhicitta. And then from the point, you actually start doing say, giving, then morality, patience, enthusiasm, or talking nicely to someone, consoling someone, anything that you do in order to materialize the aspiration of the bodhicitta, that becomes the engaged bodhicitta. Right? Okay, translations may differ. So the translations, but the meaning is, one is aspiration bodhicitta, other one is engaged bodhicitta. This one we have classified. And the Bodhisattva Chanitya, in his book, chapter 1, Guide to Bodhisattva, chapter 1, he said that the benefit that you get out of the aspiration bodhisattva is immense. Benefit that you get, the merit that you accumulate by the practice of the aspiration bodhisattva is immense. If the merit is immense with the aspiration bodhicitta, then how much more sure would it be with the engaged bodhicitta? With the engaged bodhicitta, the benefit would be even more. Okay, this amount of the benefit, accumulation merit, pertaining to the practice of true bodhicittas. Next, another way of classifying the bodhicitta is, okay, king-like bodhicitta, ferryman-like bodhicitta, shepherd-like bodhicitta. King-like bodhicitta, ferryman, boatman, ferryman-like bodhicitta, and the shepherd-like bodhicitta, 3. Shepherd, the one who takes care of the cattle, animals, the sheep, and so shepherd. Okay, of the 3 bodhicittas, the first one, king-like bodhicitta. First, let's say, okay, on the shepherd-like, we begin from the shepherd-like bodhicitta. The shepherd-like bodhicitta is the shepherd. What does the shepherd do? Let all the animals go first. Let all the animals go first, and then finally the shepherd will follow. Right? Likewise, the shepherd-like bodhicitta is where the practitioner aspires that all sentient beings achieve Buddhahood first. And then, only when all sentient beings become Buddha, then I will become Buddha after that. This is known as the shepherd-like bodhicitta. Number 2 is the ferryman-like bodhicitta, meaning that just as the ferryman and the passengers in the boat, ferryman is also in the boat, passenger also in the boat. So 2 of them will cross the river together. Likewise, the second bodhicitta is the bodhicitta where the practitioner aspires that all sentient beings will achieve Buddhahood along with me together. We will all achieve Buddhahood together. This is known as the ferryman-like bodhicitta. Then finally, the king-like bodhicitta. King-like bodhicitta is where first the king becomes very powerful. And then, because you are very powerful now, you can benefit all your subjects. So aspiring to become Buddha yourself first, and then benefit all beings to Buddhahood. This is known as king-like bodhicitta. Right? Okay. And some of you may see contradiction there. Bodhicitta means, may I become Buddha for the benefit of all sentient beings. Right? If we say shepherd-like bodhicitta. If the shepherd-like bodhicitta means I will become Buddha. So everyone has already become Buddha, right? So how can you aspire? May I become Buddha for the benefit of all sentient beings? Everyone is already Buddha, right? Okay, but this is considered as very precious practice. Shepherd-like bodhicitta. It is to build. Okay, so for the bodhisattvas, there are several unique qualities. One of the unique qualities of the bodhisattvas is, okay, don't forget it. One of the unique qualities, the practices, one of the unique qualities and the practice of bodhisattva is not to injure the feelings of others unnecessarily, not to hurt others, not to injure the feelings of others unnecessarily. Right? Okay. right? Not to harm, not to injure, not to hurt, not hurt. Yes. Okay, this one. Number 2 is the skillfulness. Number 2 is the skillfulness. Bodhisattvas, practicing Bodhisattva path, one must learn the skillfulness. It is not necessary that you should be very skilled, already born with the skillfulness, not necessary. Even the skillfulness can be learned. We can learn from other people. Oftentimes we can learn from other people. Right? Okay. Then the next one is the courage. The courage. The courage. Right? The courage to take the responsibility. So therefore, I oftentimes say, for example, here for the Kalachakra Center, I learned from Nico that Venerable Elizabeth, she is one of the instrumental, the founding members to start the Nalanda Monastery and also the Vajrayogini and now Kalachakra Center here. So this is what I'm saying. This is a practice of the Bodhisattva's path, to take the responsibility, courageously take the responsibility. This is so precious. Likewise, say for example, say some of you, in your own places, you take some initiative. You take some initiative to start a small study group, right? Let people come to start a study group. Even that is a great initiative. These require courage. Oh, if I do that, then somebody may not agree with me. You are so afraid of these things. Somebody may say, backbite me, like this. Oh no, better not do it. Then nobody will tell me anything. Right? This is not the Bodhisattvas. You are bound to face with challenges, difficulties, and people complaining and so forth. But if you don't work, nothing will happen. Right? Sentient beings to continue to suffer. So we have to do something. We have to do something. For example, say it's because of His Holiness Dalai Lama on this earth that so many people inspire Lama Ishi, Lama Subarmache. They are all inspired to work like this. And because of 2 of them, so many people who are who work actually on the ground work. For example, say the Venerable Elizabeth, and say the Catherine. And then say the Nico taking part of taking the initiative of this. So we see that all these are taking some initiative. Okay, if I do like this, then what somebody may say like somebody may not agree with me. Nothing will happen. The beings will continue to suffer. Right? We have to do something. Only when you do something, then people will complain. People complain means that you are doing something. Right? It's good. If you don't do something, if you don't do anything, nothing will happen. Nobody will complain, and nothing happens. Right? If nothing happens, then what's the point? Right? So we have to come out of samsara. To come out of samsara, we have to do something different from what we did before. We never took initiative before, so now we have to take initiative in this life. Do something, and people complain. Then I'm very happy that they are complaining, which means that I'm doing something. Thank you. You should be feeling thankful, to tell the people that I'm doing something, right? Okay, so that way this is so the courage. So to practice courage, the third practice of bodhicitta, the practice of the third bodhicitta, the shepherd-like bodhicitta. This is a deliberate practice to build your courage. I will let everyone to become Buddha first. Even if I suffer, I remain the last. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Right? This is courage. This is courage. Right? For example, in aeroplane, right? Aeroplane, the moment the aeroplane lands, somebody, what people do? I'll go first, I'll go first. No, I'll stay last. Okay, let everybody go. If there's any problem, I'll help. No, this one rarely comes, right? Everybody, I'll have to go fast. It just senses no reason, no benefit there. Still everybody. This is our thinking, right? Now, say that I will stay last. I'll let everybody become Buddha first. I'll give the maximum happiness to all first. What is that maximum happiness? Buddhahood. I'll make everybody achieve Buddhahood first, then only I'll become Buddha. Right? This is to build courage. This is to practice courage. This is so precious practice. You getting it? Okay. So the real bodhicitta is the third one, the king-like bodhicitta. This is the real bodhicitta. Right? Only if you become perfected, king-like bodhicitta. Only if you become Buddha, then you can benefit all beings, practically speaking. Right? Practically speaking. Only if you know physics so well, then you can teach physics to others, to your students. Only if you become Buddha, then you can benefit all beings. So therefore, king-like bodhicitta is the actual bodhicitta. Okay, so this is what we need to keep in mind. And then more detailed divisions of bodhicitta, like 22 bodhicittas. 22 bodhicittas are there. So this is on the basis of the 5 paths, 10 grounds, right? Okay, I'm just telling you that there are 22 bodhicittas. Right? There are 22 bodhicittas. Okay, so I'm mentioning this for you to study more. Okay, we have learned about how to practice bodhicitta, and then there are various divisions of bodhicitta, and the one is 22, which is particularly specified in Abhisamaya Alankara, ornament of clear realization by Aramatria. Aramatриa's text, ornament of clear realization. Is here? Okay, page? 310. Okay, 310. Okay, all the 22 bodhicittas are given there. 310, right? And the earth-like bodhicitta, bodhicitta endowed with aspiration, goal-like bodhicitta, bodhicitta endowed with the resolve to continue. Right? So this, you just quickly go through this and say in your center or wherever, right? If you get a chance, you can study in more detail. And otherwise, say the... Okay, that's fine. Okay, 22 divisions. Now, with the bodhicitta, what is really happening is that the real gati starts to happen, right? For the gati to happen, we need two things. For example, like the two wings of the bird. Two wings of the bird. If any of the two wings is missing, the bird cannot fly. So flying is the gati. Go beyond, go utterly beyond, and establish your ultimate enlightenment. This is the gati. For that matter, we need two wings. The wing of the wisdom and the wing of the bodhicitta. You're getting it? Okay, so with this now, in order for us to take this journey, take this journey, what we need to know is that we need to know where we are. Where we are, only then, from there we have to take the journey to Buddhahood. Where we are is the basis, the reality. The reality where we are now. The reality. Number two is the path. The reality where we are now and the path, and this path will take you to the Buddhahood. So, the reality, the path, and the result. Three things to keep in mind. To know what is gate, paragate, parasangate, bodhiswaha, we need to know three things. The reality or the basis, meaning the reality we are in now, the reality, then the path, and the result, the goal. Okay, tell me, what are the three things that we need to know for to know the gate, paragate, parasangate, bodhiswaha? We need to know how many things? Three. What are they? The reality or the basis, the path, and the goal or the result. Okay, the basis, there are two. The path, there are two. The goal, there are two. Right? The basis or the result, the reality, there are two. The path, there are two. The goal, there are two. Path, there are five, right? 5 for 2. 5 paths. Okay, there are so many ways of classifying it. So what we are learning here is the basis two truths as the basis. Two truths as the basis. Basis means the reality. The two truths as the reality, the basis. Then the wisdom and the method. Wisdom and the method as the path. Wisdom and the method. Or wisdom and the merit. Okay, wisdom and the method as the path. And the two Buddha bodies as the result. You're getting it? Two truths as the basis, the wisdom and the method as the path, and the two Buddha bodies as the result. Okay, tell me, anyone who can paraphrase, or you can just tell me what are the two truths, what are the two bases, what are the two paths, what are the two results. Anyone, very quick, to make sure that I gain confidence that you know this. Chen? Two truths as the two truths as the basis.
Yes, and
then
yes, the two truths as the basis, and the wisdom and the method.
Wisdom and the method as the path. Two Buddha bodies as the result. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else who would like to say the same thing once more? Because it should be. This is beautiful summary of the Buddha's teachings. Beautiful summary of the Buddha's teachings. Okay, anyone who likes to say it again? Anyone? Yes, Nicole?
The basis.
Yes, Maria?
Oui, la base, c'est la réalité, ce sont les deux vérités.
The basis is the reality, the two truths.
The two truths, yes.
Voilà. La voie, c'est la sagesse et la méthode.
Path is wisdom and method.
Very good.
Le fruit, ce sont les deux corps du Bouddha.
And the fruit or the result are the two bodies of the Buddha.
Very good. Very good, very good. Okay, very good now. Now, okay, so now not only you know what the two, right? I know the two bases, I know the two paths, I know two results. It's not sufficient. We have to know how these three are connected. How the two bases, the two truths as a basis is connected with the method and the wisdom as the path. And how the method and the wisdom as the path is connected with the two Buddha bodies as the result. You getting it? This link, we should know the link. Okay, ready? Ready? Not ready? Huh? Ready. Okay. What are the two bases? What's the basis? Two truths. What are the two truths? Conventional truth and ultimate truth. You getting it? Because the reality we live in, reality has the conventional truth and the ultimate truth. Okay, what is the ultimate truth? What is the ultimate truth? Anyone?
C'est la réalisation de la vacuité.
Realization of emptiness.
The emptiness. Emptiness, right? Emptiness is ultimate truth. Okay. And the ultimate truth, that's good. So, the truth which is seen by the ultimate analysis. The truth which is seen by the ultimate analysis is the ultimate truth, which is emptiness. Truth which is seen by the conventional analysis is conventional truth. You're getting it? If somebody asks you, just give me the meaning of ultimate truth, a truth which is found by the ultimate analysis, a truth which is found by conventional analysis. This is how we define it. Okay, now the reality is that there are two truths, ultimate truth and conventional truth. Because of the ultimate truth, now you have to connect to the path. Because of the ultimate truth, you realize the ultimate truth, it will become the what are the two paths? Wisdom and method. Because realizing the ultimate truth, you get what? Wisdom or the method? You get the wisdom. Right? You get the wisdom of the path. Now, conventional truth. What is conventional truth? How many conventional truths are there? How many conventional truths are there? Conventional truth, a truth seen by conventional analysis. A truth seen by conventional analysis. That is what? Emptiness. Emptiness is ultimate truth, and the other side is dependent origination. So with knowing the conventional truth, you know the dependent origination. You know the dependent origination, you know how compassion can be given rise to. Because compassion, bodhicitta, they all come into being by understanding, very close understanding of the dependent origination. By knowing the conventional truth, then bodhicitta, compassion, this will grow. This will grow. So that is the method. Wisdom is the wisdom of emptiness. All other paths fall under the category of the method. So, with the conventional truth, understanding the conventional truth will give rise to the method as the path, as the method of the path, as the method of the path. You're getting it? Now, from the two truths, we get the two paths. Now, because the two paths, you will get the two results, two Buddha bodies. Right? Okay, now with the wisdom, okay, let's see. Say, I'll give you just some say. There are two persons. One who is very intelligent and not so compassionate. Other who is very compassionate and not so intelligent. Who do you think will be more confident? Which of the two persons you think will be more confident? The one with the one with the intelligence, yes. Who do you think will be of benefit to others? Compassionate one. You're getting it? So, with the wisdom, you build the self-confidence. That's a benefit for yourself. With compassion, it's benefit for others. You're getting it? With wisdom, it's a benefit for yourself. Compassion, benefit for others. And what do you want? You want benefit for yourself, you want benefit for others. What do you want? Hey, French people, what benefit do you want? Benefit for yourself, ultimate benefit for yourself, the ultimate benefit for others. What do you want? Huh? Wonderful. Right, okay, you want both. If you want both, then what gives rise to the benefit, ultimate benefit for yourself? Wisdom or the method? Huh? Ultimate benefit of yourself, the wisdom. Ultimate benefit for others. Method, compassion, bodhicitta, the method side. You're getting it? So the wisdom, it will give rise to the dharmakaya. Dharmakaya, which is the ultimate benefit for Buddha body, which is the ultimate benefit for yourself. Dharmakaya, which is the ultimate benefit for yourself. And then with the method, it will take you to Rupakaya. Rupakaya means a form body. Form body. Right? That is the ultimate benefit for others. Right? So Dharmakaya, I'm going to explain more on this. Dharmakaya is mainly your mental qualities. Your own mental qualities, professional mental qualities. Rupakaya is the physical form that you display. Physical form. Right? And Buddha, why should the Buddha display the physical forms? For himself? So that he'll be happy? Or she'll be happy? No, for others. To benefit others. Displaying the rupa means physical form. Displaying the physical form is primarily just for others. To benefit others. So that is because of the method. Practice of method side will culminate. Will reach the completion, culmination in the form of the Rupakaya. Form body of the Buddha. And the wisdom will culminate in the form of the Dharmakaya of the Buddha. You getting it? Okay, now tell me. The reality, how many realities are there? The basis? 2. How many paths are there? 2. How many results are there? 2. Okay, tell me. What are the two realities? The basis? The two truths. 2 truths. And what are the 2 paths? The method and wisdom. Very good. And what are the 2 results? Dharmakaya and Rupakaya. Very good. Okay. Now tell me, we should know the link. How these are connected. Okay. With the ultimate reality as the basis, it will help you to get which of the path? Wisdom. And with the conventional truth, it will realizing of this will help you to get which path? Huh? method sign. And with the wisdom, it will take you to which result? Dharmakaya. And the method will give you to which result? Rupakaya. Wonderful. With the two, on the basis of the two truths, you will accomplish the two parts. With accomplishing two parts, you will accomplish the two results. You getting it? This is how we follow the Gate Gate, Paragate, Parasamgate, Bodhi Swaha. Okay. Now, with this, we have to go into little more detail of the Buddha's body. When you become, say, you said that may I become Buddha. May I become Buddha for the very sentient beings. You said it. So when you say this, now when you actually become Buddha, what will you achieve? When you actually become Buddha, what is the state like? For that we have to know what is known as the Buddha bodies. Buddha bodies or the Buddhahood. Buddhahood or the Buddha bodies. Kayas. Kayas, Buddha bodies. K-A-Y-S, Kaya, Buddha bodies. Okay, so the Buddha bodies can be described as 2 kinds, 3 kinds, 4 kinds, 5 kinds. There are so many ways of classifying the Buddha bodies. That we have to know. Okay, we're going to do this now. Buddha body in general is known as Dharmakaya. Buddha body in general is known as Dharmakaya. Right? Okay. Now, the Buddha body in general is Dharmakaya. This is, now you go into more detail, it is split into 2. Dharmakaya and Rupakaya. Okay. So, okay, this is a little complicated. You're confused, right? Okay, don't worry. So how many of you, when you were in school, you learned about early men? How many of you learned about early men? Say, many thousand years ago, many thousands years ago, early men. Huh? Right? Many thousand years ago, thousands, maybe like 1 million years ago, right? Early men. And early men, there are 2. Early men, early women. Right? Early men is the main division, and then it has 2 divisions, early men, early women. Right? You're getting it? So early men in the context of main umbrella, early men as opposed to early women. So early men comes in both ways. Early men is the main umbrella, and within that, then we speak about early men, early women. So early men as the main umbrella and early men as opposed to early women. You're getting likewise Dharmakaya as the main umbrella. Within that, Dharmakaya and Rupakaya. Dharmakaya as opposed to Rupakaya. Rupakaya is actually Dharmakaya. Rupakaya is Dharmakaya, but not the Dharmakaya which is the counterpart of Rupakaya. Virginia, so I don't know Virginia smiles. She's very happy. Okay, you're getting it? So Dharmakaya, there are 2. Dharmakaya, which is the overarching the umbrella, and the Dharmakaya, the counterpart of the Rupakaya. There are 2. Right? So Dharmakaya is the main part, and then it has 2 divisions, Dharmakaya and Rupakaya. So Dharmakaya is known as the truth body. Rupakaya is the form body. Truth body and form body. If somebody asks you what are the 2 divisions of the Buddha bodies, you say Dharmakaya and Rupakaya. Right? Okay. Now if somebody asks you what are the 3 kinds of Buddha body, what are the 3 divisions of Buddha body, then you have to say Dharmakaya. Rupakaya you split into 2. Rupakaya you split into 2. Right? What are they? Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya. Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya. Okay. If somebody asks you what are the 3 Buddha bodies, what are the 3 kayas, then you say what are they? What are the 3 kayas? What are they? Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya. So this is how you classify 3. Then if somebody asks you what are the 4 Buddha bodies, then you split the Dharmakaya into 2. Dharmakaya into 2. Okay, Dharmakaya, natural Dharmakaya and wisdom Dharmakaya. Natural Dharmakaya. I will explain each one of them, don't worry. Just first you write the divisions. You write the table. You write the divisions. Dharmakaya, you divide into two. What are they? Natural Dharmakaya and Wisdom Dharmakaya. Two. Okay, now tell me. If somebody asks you, what are the four Buddha bodies? What are the four Buddha bodies? Tell me, what are the four Buddha bodies? Natural Dharmakaya, Wisdom Dharmakaya, Nirmana, the Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya. Four. Now if somebody asks you, what are the five Buddha bodies? What are the five Buddha bodies? Then you have to split the natural Dharmakaya into two. Natural Dharmakaya into two. If somebody asks you, what are the five Buddha bodies? Then the natural Dharmakaya, you split into two, then it becomes five. Natural Dharmakaya, okay. Natural Dharmakaya with respect to the cessation of natural stains. Natural Dharmakaya with respect to the cessation of natural stains. Next, natural Dharmakaya with respect to the cessation of adventitious stains. Okay, I'll explain each one of them, don't worry. I'll explain each one of them. Okay, what are the two natural Dharmakayas? What are the two natural Dharmakayas? Natural Dharmakaya with respect to the cessation of natural stains, and natural Dharmakaya with respect to the cessation of adventitious stains. Okay, now tell me, if somebody asks you how many, if somebody asks what are the two Buddha bodies, what are the two Buddha kayas, what are the two kayas, what is your answer? Dharmakaya and Rupakaya. Very good, this is the easiest one. Okay, now next. What are the three Buddha bodies? What are they? Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya. Very good. What are the four Buddha bodies? Natural Dharmakaya, Wisdom Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya. Good. What are the five Buddha bodies? Natural Dharmakaya with respect to the cessation of natural stains. Natural Dharmakaya with respect to the cessation of the adventitious stains. Wisdom Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya. Fine. You're getting it? Okay. So with this now I'll explain each one of them. Okay, first we'll go from the first Buddha body. Buddha body means when you become Buddha, the Buddhahood that you achieve, that is known as the Buddha body or the Dharmakaya, main umbrella. The main umbrella. In other words, Dharmakaya as the main umbrella, all Buddha bodies fall under this category. All Buddha bodies fall under this category. The first one, Dharmakaya. Now, Dharmakaya, how many kind of divisions are there? Two. What are they? Dharmakaya and Rupakaya. Okay. So now here, Dharmakaya, Rupakaya. Dharmakaya here, it is Dharmakaya in the counterpart. Dharmakaya in the context of the counterpart of the Rupakaya. These two things. So there, the Dharmakaya is the mental qualities of the Buddha. Mental qualities, either the Buddha's mind or the qualities of the Buddha's mind. That is the Dharmakaya as opposed to the Rupakaya. Rupakaya is the physical manifestations of the Buddha. Physical manifestations of Buddha. Okay, this is what I'm explaining this in a very comprehensive way. In the detailed discussions, you have to discuss more, right? Discuss more. Okay, the physical manifestations of the Buddha's body is known as the Rupakaya, form body and the truth body. Truth body referring to the Buddha's mind, mental consciousness, or the qualities of the mental consciousness. Two. Okay, now if the three Buddha bodies, what are the three Buddha bodies? Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya. Okay, so Dharmakaya is done. Now Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya. Sambhogakaya is known as, in English, enjoyment body. Sambhogakaya is known as the enjoyment body. And Nirmanakaya is known as the emanation body. Enjoyment body, emanation body. Okay, what's the difference? The difference is that when you become Buddha, when each of us become Buddha, what you do is that you would manifest yourself in the form of Sambhogakaya. In the form of Sambhogakaya. Sambhogakaya meaning, say the Buddha body, which is accessible only to the Arya Bodhisattvas. The Buddha body, which is accessible only to the Arya Bodhisattvas. You getting it? Okay. I remember while I was in Cambridge University, the library, Cambridge University's the library, the big library, and the college, the individual libraries. Individual libraries are accessible to all the college students. But the Cambridge the library, the college students can go there, but they cannot borrow books from there. It's accessible. Borrowing books is accessible only to the university students and the faculties, not otherwise, not to the college students. This is their system. So likewise, the Sambhogakaya, when you take this form of the Sambhogakaya, that is something which is accessible only to the Arya Bodhisattvas. What do you mean by Arya Bodhisattvas? Bodhisattvas who are above the path of seeing. Gate, paragate. Either you reach the paragate or beyond paragate. Parasangate or paragate, these two. Paragate or parasangate. So when you are in these two levels, then you have a direct access to Sambhogakaya. Right? Okay. Sambhogakaya is marked with 5 characteristics. Sambhogakaya is marked with 5 characteristics. Okay, let's see. The unique audience or the entourage. Unique audience, then unique teaching. Okay, let's say audience, teaching, time, place, and the endowments. Okay, what are they? Audience, teaching, time, place, and endowment. Endowment meaning that endowment means the physical qualities. Physical qualities. Okay, physical qualities. Okay, these 5. What's the first one? Huh? Audience. Audience meaning the disciples. Audience only Arya Bodhisattvas. We are not into. I don't know about you. I'm not entitled there. Right? Maybe some of you are entitled there. Some of you are entitled. We never know. Very likely not, because if you're entitled, you will not come here. Right? Okay, but you may come here to check me. You never know. Yeah. Okay, so the point is that only the Arya Bodhisattvas. So the entourage of the audience is only the Arya Bodhisattvas, number 1. Number 2? Teachings. Teaching. Sambhogakaya only teaches Mahayana teachings, not the personal liberation teachings. He or she gives only Mahayana teachings. Number 3? Time, right? Till of course eternally meaning of course till the all sentient beings become enlightened. Then place always in Tibetan we call it Tupuku Beshingam. I think it is Uknisha. Omin Tupuku Beshingam. What is that? Akanishta.
Akanishta, c'est la version supérieure. C'est le plus...
Okay. Akanishta in Tibetan is Hokmin. Hokmin. Akanishta. Akanishta. What's next? Huh? Characteristics. Okay, characteristics. The Buddha, Sambhogakaya, is marked with the perfection of the appearance, physical appearance. Marked with perfection appearance. Okay, 32 major marks and 80 minor marks. 32 major marks and 80 minor marks. Okay, so they are all very clearly explained in Arya Maitreya's text, Abhisamalankara, and it should be here in this book also. In the English book, this book, in the end, maybe it must be in French. It must be, right? So maybe Christophe will look for it and will give you. Okay, 32 major marks, marks of beauty, marks of elegance. Okay, this one. So this one should be in the appendix, in the glossary. Huh? 371.
Oh no, these are notes. Sorry, it's too far.
Okay, you will check it in the appendix. There are two things. Glossary is one thing, and we also have the end notes. End notes and the glossary. You can check in one of these two. End notes and the glossary, right? Okay, so the mark of the beauty, 32 major marks and the 80 minor marks. All are given there, right? Okay, to give you one example. Say the Buddha's hand. Let's say the major and the minor, meaning that Buddha's hand is described as very beautiful hand. And hand is beautiful only if the fingers, nails are beautiful, right? So the hand is the major and the fingers and nails become the minor, right? So, for example, nails, Buddha's nails are naturally copper color, fresh copper color. And for nowadays the girls, they polish the nails, right? Okay, so Buddha doesn't do that. It's naturally there. Right? And nowadays even the boys also do that. I don't know why they're doing it. Yeah, I've seen. And they do that. I don't know. Okay, so that's a different story. So the point is that the Buddha's, the hand is so beautiful, and then for the hand is a major, for example, major, and then the hand is made of the fingers, so refined, and the nails, nail colors, and the finger, the hairs are there, they are in a very proper orientation, not just haphazard, right? Okay, so these descriptions are there, the 32 major marks and 80 minor marks. Okay.
353 is the page.
Page 353. Page 353 in endnotes in English. Okay, French you'll get it. I'm sure it is there in French.
It was sent by email to everybody.
Okay.
With the mental factors also.
Okay, good. So now this is the what? Sambhogakaya. Sambhogakaya, Sambhogakaya, enjoyment body, which is accessible only to the Arya Bodhisattvas, right? Now the other one is Nirmanakaya. Nirmanakaya is accessible to even the non-Arya Bodhisattvas, even to the Shavakas, Pradip Buddhas, and the first two Bodhisattvas, both on the path of accumulation, path of preparation, and even the karmically pure, the non-Bodhisattvas. They also can have access to the Nirmanakaya. So Buddha Shakyamuni appeared in the form of Nirmanakaya. This appearance of the Nirmanakaya. Okay. Then what next? This is what? Buddha bodies in which division? 3 divisions. Now 4 divisions. What are the 4 divisions of Buddha body? Natural Dharmakaya and Wisdom Dharmakaya. Okay, and then the 2 Rupakaya is done. Right? Now the Natural Dharmakaya and the Wisdom Dharmakaya. Wisdom Dharmakaya is the mental consciousness of the Buddha. Mental consciousness, not the sensory consciousness. Sensory consciousness are not a part of this. Only the mental consciousness. Mental consciousness of the Buddha is the Wisdom Dharmakaya. You getting it? Okay. Now what is next? Natural Dharmakaya. Wisdom Dharmakaya is the Buddha's mind, Buddha's mental consciousness. Buddha's mental consciousness is the Wisdom Dharmakaya. And the Buddha's mental consciousness has qualities. Qualities of cessation. Qualities of cessation. Right? Qualities of cessation. So the qualities of the Buddha's mind in terms of the cessations are known as the Natural Dharmakaya. Buddha's mental consciousness, the qualities in terms of the cessations of the Buddha's mind are known as the Natural Dharmakaya. Okay, so we are done with the 4. Now what are the 5? 5 Buddha bodies. Natural Dharmakaya split into 2. Natural Dharmakaya with respect to this cessation of natural stains, and Natural Dharmakaya with respect to the cessation of the adventitious stains. Okay. Yes.
Je voulais savoir pour les tankas, c'est quel corps? So the tanka, c'est on the tanka, which body is that?
This is Buddha Shakyamuni. Buddha Shakyamuni takes the Nirmanakaya form. Nirmanakaya. So let's say they say the Buddha Metupa. Metupa, what is that? Huh? Okay. Say the 5 Buddha families. 5 Buddha families, they all assume the Sambhogakaya form. They all assume the Sambhogakaya form. Right? Okay. So now, Natural Dharmakaya of with respect to the cessation of the natural states, and with respect to the cessation of the adventitious states. Tired, okay. I know. Okay. Okay, we'll finish this, and then we will dedicate. Okay. I say our mind, our mental consciousness, does it have the afflictive obscurations and cognitive obscurations? Hey, you're pretending as though you don't have the mental obscurations. Okay, so if we have, I don't know, I cannot say that you have, you may not have. Right? If you have, so these are known as the adventitious stains. These are known as the adventitious stains. So Buddha's mind, does it have these stains? Buddha's mind, does it have these metal stains? No. So the Buddha's mind, the cessation, the natural Dharmakaya, with respect to the cessation of the Buddha's mind, cessation of the adventitious stains. These stains, afflictive obscurations, cognitive obscurations, so forth, this is known as the natural Dharmakaya, with respect to the cessation of the adventitious stains. And the Buddha's mind is empty of objective existence or not? Buddha's mind, is it empty of objective existence? Yes. So Buddha's mind also has emptiness? emptiness of Buddha's mind is the Dharmakaya with respect to the cessation of the natural stains. Emptiness of Buddha's mind. Emptiness of Buddha's mind. Emptiness of Buddha's mind is the natural Dharmakaya with respect to the cessation of the natural stains.
What are the name of these bodies in Sanskrit?
Okay, I don't know. Okay.
Those are the Swabavikakaya. Swabavikakaya.
Mais pour les deux derniers,
Oui, oui.
ça regroupe les deux dans le même.
Oui.
Okay. Any questions? So we're done with the 5 kayas. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, there's one question which I'm expecting, which I'm waiting. Huh? Yes.
What is the difference between natural Dharmakaya with aspect of cessation of natural stains and wisdom Dharmakaya?
Wow. Nico, the list. This is the question I'm waiting for. Thank you. Okay, this question that I'm waiting for. What's the difference between the national Dharmakaya with respect to the cessation of natural stains and with respect to the cessation of the adventitious stains? What's the difference? In other words, what's the difference between the natural stain and the adventitious stains? Yes, Anasofi? What's the difference between the natural stain and the adventitious stains? You getting it? Okay. Cessation means freedom. That you're free, that the Buddha's mind is freed of the natural stains and the Buddha's mind is freed of the adventitious stains. What are the adventitious stains? Huh? Afflictions, the 2 obscurations. Afflictive obscurations, cognitive obscurations. So both these two fall under the category of the adventitious stains. Right? Okay. Now, what about the natural stain? What do you mean by natural stain? Huh? This is the question. Okay. This we have to learn. This you may not agree with me very easily, but we have to learn it. Natural stain, Buddha's mind is freed of the obscuration, the say afflictive obscurations and cognitive obscurations. Buddha's mind, is it free? Is it free of the obscurations? Afflictive obscurations and cognitive obscurations? Yes. So these obscurations are known as the adventitious stains. Buddha's mind is also free of objective existence? Yes, no?
Yes.
Buddha's mind, is it free of objective existence?
Yes. Empty.
Buddha's mind, it is free. Free means it's empty. Right? Buddha's mind, is it free of suffering? Right? Is empty of suffering? Yes. So free also means empty. So Buddha's mind is free of objective existence? So objective existence is given the label natural stain. Objective existence is given the label natural stain. So the Buddha's mind is free of the natural stain. Meaning Buddha's mind is free of objective existence. And your mind is free of objective existence? No, your mind is free, not free of objective existence. Your mind is free of natural stains? No, natural stain means objective existence. Natural stain means objective existence. What is natural stain? Objective existence. Objective existence is known as the natural stain. Your mind, is it free of natural stains? Huh? Your mind is free of natural stains? Of course, yes. Your mind is empty of objective existence? Empty of objective existence? Your mind is empty of natural stains? Yes. This will be the same. So, your mind is free of natural stains. Buddha's mind is also free of natural stains. Huh? Okay, right? So, the thing is that your mind is free of natural stain. What is that? The cessation of the natural stain of your mind. What is that? Emptiness of your mind. So this emptiness of your mind is very precious. This will eventually become the Buddha's natural dharmakaya with respect to the cessation of the natural stains. So, emptiness of your mind and the emptiness of Buddha's mind, there's no difference. Right? Emptiness of Buddha's mind is known as the Buddha's body. And emptiness of your mind is not considered Buddha's body. But this will eventually become the Buddha's body. So this is so precious. Emptiness of your mind. This is so precious. Okay, we done? Now we have to do what is known as the two divisions of the Buddha nature. Right? I'll not do it here. We'll do it tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow. So now we have 4 sessions. Tomorrow 2 sessions for emptiness and 2 sessions for bodhicitta. And then day after tomorrow, 1 session for the blueprint practice, the blueprint of the practice. Okay, we'll stop here. So, Nico, you should remind me. Huh? 2 Tathagata Garbha, yes, 2 Buddha natures. 2 Buddha natures, right? So this Nico will remind me tomorrow. Tomorrow, the afternoon session. Or the morning session. First we'll do that, then we'll proceed with emptiness. Yeah. Okay, derivation. 284. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All powerful cherries is Tenzin Gyatso. Please remain until samsara ends. Just as the brave magician in Samadhavadra too realize things as they are. Also, I dedicate all these merits in the best way that I may follow their perfect example. I dedicate all these rules of virtue with the dedication praised as the best by all the Buddhas who appeared in the 3 times, so that I might perform the noble Bodhisattva's deeds. May the Supreme Bodhicitta that is not arisen, arise and grow, and may that which is arisen not diminish but increase forevermore. As long as space remains, as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I truly remain in this but invisible world. Due to the merits of these virtuous actions, may I really attain the state of Guru Buddha and lead all beings without exception into their enlightened state. I dedicate the Bodhicitta's Gatha towards the realization of the deeds and the prayers of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 3 times, and to the upholding of the Dharma and the teaching of the realization. May I in all lives feel the force of this marriage, never separate from the 4 ways of the Mahana vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path of renunciation, bodhicitta, perfectly in the 2 stages. For the wish of all beings, I shall always go for refuge to the Buddha, Dharma and Sangha until I reach full enlightenment. Inspired by wisdom and compassion, today in the Buddha's presence, I generate demand a full awakening for the benefit of all sentient beings. I go for refuge to the triple gem, I confess the negativities individually, I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings of whom the precious Buddha of my heart. The path of union, emptiness and compassion is explicitly explained by the protector of the Buddha, the Dharma and the beings from the snow land. Tenzin Gyatso, we supplicate that your wishes are fulfilled spontaneously. May the operations of evil thoughts and deeds of the negative force of humans and non-humans who have organized with perverted prayers against the teachings of the Buddhas be truly vanquished through the power of the truth of the 3 truths. In all my lives, never separate from perfect gurus, may enjoy the magnificent Dharma by completing the qualities of the teachings in the past, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by a magician and be able to hold the Dharma in general and the teachings of the Gandhi traditions in particular, even across my life. Diyata Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasa Paragati Gati Paragati Parasangati Bodhisvatyata Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasangati Bodhisvatyata. Only 3 frustrations.